I am a sport journalist since 1984.
Is there any players and managers that you would like to interview in the Premier League? And what is the strongest team in Italy at the moment?
I want to speak about an Italian football player. I think Immobile, because
We know you were close to Maradona when he was in Italy and interviewed him many times. Massimo, for those who may not know, you are a major sporting media influence in TV, online, and in the papers in Italy, much like our own Gary Lineker here in the UK. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the highlights of your special position?
thank you for comparing me to Gary Lineker. He was a great player, and I commented him when he was playing. I am a sport journalist since 1984. I hosted TV and radio show, important show in Italy, and I have commented more or less 1,000 matches of football in a World Championship, between World Championship, European Championship, Champions League, Premier League, and so at the moment I am working in two podcast production, two podcasts about the sports.
Is there any players and managers that you would like to interview in the Premier League?
For me, should be simple to say Mourinho or Klopp, but I want to say Gary Lineker and Frankie Lampard because for me it's interesting to know, to understand how it's important for him to be a manager of a great club as a Chelsea after that he played in the same club. I think is an important responsibility.
What is your view on the current state of Italian football at present?
I think is in a good moment. We can talk about the renaissance of Italian football from and all started with the Italian national team after the disaster 2 years ago for elimination in the World Championship. Um, with Mancini, the Italian national team play and a very great football, an offensive football, and from this started also in the club the same philosophy of football, and the Italian football is improving, and I think it's in a good moment.
Ronaldo started his path to glory at Manchester United after moving from Sporting Lisbon in Portugal. What do you think he has brought to Italian football?
But his arrival was very important. I think brought more popularity in Italian football for Italian football, and also pushed that other important players to come to Italy in the world. Now it's possible to speak more about Italian football, and I think also the other Italian clubs want to improve for to be the same as Juventus, as Cristiano Ronaldo.
And what is the strongest team in Italy at the moment?
It's very difficult to say. I think the best are for qualities Inter and Juventus, but I think it's also important to consider Milan because play very well, have a great personality, more confidence than before, and so I think the title will be on a fight with Inter, Milan, and Juventus.
And who is the best player in Serie at the moment?
Should be easy to say Cristiano Ronaldo, but uh, I want to speak about an Italian football player. I think Immobile, because Immobile is an amazing striker, score every game, and when Lazio play, started 1-0 because Immobile will score. And also last year won the Golden Shoe, and at the moment I think Immobile is the best player.
Who do you think will win the English Premier League?
I think Liverpool. Again, I think is a great team, complete, has very important players, organization, and so in Premier League we have many important clubs, but I think Liverpool is the best, is my favorite.
So that will make them 2 years in a row.
Yes, after many years.
Exactly. Can Italy win the Euros?
Why not? no, no, I think so. We are confident about. We have confidence about this because the Italian national team play well from 2 years, since 2 years, and also because in every game, Italia play is football, away, at home. Um, Italy has his football. Believe in the possibility to win the Euro Championship.
And that's where it starts, I guess, belief. Do you think Premier League players like Lukaku coming to Italy has improved the teams that they have joined in Italy?
For Inter, Lukaku is very important. Is the best player in the team, but I think also Lukaku improved his football in Italy, because in Italy we have more tactic. The defenders are aggressive, and Lukaku, I think, is better than when he arrived.
What do you think is the difference between the Premier League and Serie?
The first difference is in intensity about football. The intensity is more than in Italy. But I think also the big difference is the economic capacity, the financial capacity. And the Premier League can have the best players in the world. And I think that this is a big difference from Italian clubs.
What do you think about Italian managers like Ancelotti in the Premier League?
But for me, Ancelotti is one of the best managers in the world. And I am happy about his return in the Premier League. We have to remember that Ancelotti won in every country that he worked, in Spain, in England, in Germany, in Italy, and I am watching that he doing well. Is doing well in Everton, fourth in the table, and I hope that he can have more success and more lucky in Premier League again.
Yeah, he's doing really well at the moment.
Yeah.
We know you were close to Maradona when he was in Italy and interviewed him many times. Can you tell us how he affected Italian football?
But for me, it was a pleasure and an honor to know him, and I could the possibility to interview him every week during his experience in Italy for 5 years. Every week we make an interview with him, and could to know him not only as a player, but also as a man down to earth, and also Maradona remind me my first experience in a world championship in Mexico in 1986. And so I have a great remember about Maradona, a great feeling with him. And I think also he's an idol, not in only in the world, obviously in Italy, but especially for Napoli. Naples, like as a city, but Napoli as a club is an idol because won for the first time one title in Naples.
True legend.
Yeah, yes, it's true.
Can you tell us your view about the current rise of English football over the previous seasons?
I always loved the English football. Before that, the Premier League. In these years, the Premier League is improving very well, and I think the financial capacity is important. Has a good management in these years, and now I think is the best league in Europe, but in the world. And so I always loved Premier League and the English football.
And very competitive.
Yes, it's true, and is an example for others. And you have many competitive team, not only in the top, but also in all Premier League. And I think this is important because obviously we have 5, 6 clubs more the others, but also the others team are competitive. This is important.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your time today, Massimo. It's been very nice speaking to you.
Thank you very much. For me, it's a pleasure.